Good morning, friend. Trending historically. LNG ban on Russia, strategic energy shift or economic. This is 50 questions. Exports to Asia, reshaping global. How will EU member states compensate for the lost Russian LNG volumes? Fourth, is Europe renewable infrastructure? Fifth, could this trigger retaliatory? Seventh, can southern EU post and 9. Might this deepen inflation eastern Europe where energy alternatives are? 10th, will this move fractures EU unity? 11th, could Russians LNG find its way back to Europe via? 13th, will this ban push the EU? 14th, how will this affect long-term conflict? Could Turkey or Serbia become unofficial LNG? Will this force faster adoption of district efficiency standards? 17th, is the EU risking its green at the WTO by Russia or its allies? 19th, will small island EU nations like Malta or insecurity? 20th, is the EU banking on US LNG to fill the void, and at what geopolitical cost? 21, could this ban inadvertently? 22, will European LNG terminal expansion be completed before 25? 23rd, is this the beginning of a full Russian energy decoupling oil next? 24th, how will this impact EU relations? 26th, will EU citizens? 28th, could Russian LNG be rebranded via Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan? Will this force faster decommissioning of coal plants to avoid backsliding? 30th, is the EU 51? Could this trigger a new wave of energy nationalism? 33, is Commissioner Jørgensen optimism based on realistic infrastructure? Will the EU offer subsidies to energy? 36, is this move coordinated with NATO? 37, could this accelerate the EU LNG to lose Western financing? 39, on US shale gas and its price. 40, could this trigger in? 42, is this ban legally watertight against? 43, could this force faster EU-wide? 44, will this deepen EU Africa Energy Partnership for Green Hydrogen Exports? 45. Is this EU underestimating Russians' ability to? 47. Will this trigger a review of? 48. Is Europe prepared for Russian cyber attacks on LNG terminals or grids? 49. Could this move inspire non-EU countries like UK or Japan to follow suit? 50. Will history judge this as Europe's global visuals? 1. Map of EU LNG terminals with Russian decline in Russian LNG imports to EU since 2022. Third, photo of Commissioner Dan Jørgensen speaking at EU Parliament podium. Fourth, satellite. Fifth, protesters in EU capitals holding no signs. Sixth, infographic and solar panels rising over industrial zone document with Solomon expressions. This analysis blends strategy, economic risk or price after, before and after. EU versus Asia LNG, Russian Arctic LNG. LNG export hub, Arctic energy dominance, Europe cuts off Russia, LNG crisis incoming, energy independence achieved. This is Russian LNG. Second photo, energy shift from fossil to Jordansen speak to Parliament. EU signs sanctions. Sanctions approved today. Europe acts now. Prices before. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, my friends. We will meet next episode. Thank you again.